Hi, welcome. My name is Evan Armstrong. I work for the Central PA Food Bank on the Impact and Policy Research team that works on service insights on MealConnect. So today I am showing you how to edit neighbor records or mark a neighbor record as a duplicate without adding a service. So um, let's get into it then. So starting off from our homepage here, we can start off just by searching a neighbor's name, and like you would go to normally search and serve them. So I'm going to use myself because I believe I've been in this system once or twice for demo methods, but maybe not. So let's try Mickey Mouse. There we go. So let's take Mickey Mouse here, who lives in Fort Worth, Texas. I guarantee this is not a real account. We have created this for demonstrational purposes in the past. So when we're on the search page, you can see each of these neighbor records. Hit the plus to open it up and look at a little more information, but that plus also gives us two additional features that we need to. So if it is outside of a time of normal service, but we know that, let's say we misspelled Mickey Mouse or we misspelled Minnie, and we need to edit that info, we can hit view household info here and we can type in this form just as you would when you're doing their intake or their return service. Any changes you add here when you hit save will be saved and will be reflected on the neighbor record. So just for the fun of it, let's just shorten this to Mick Mouse. We'll go all the way down, hit save. And now, when we search up, we can see, yep, Mick Mouse at 8001 Anderson Boulevard, Fort Worth, Texas, now says Mick Mouse. So that's how you would edit outside of a normal distribution time. If you are in service and you are actively adding people that day to services, you may be tempted to hit add visit. Do not hit add visit or reserve for future event or any of the other things you may have that are highlighted in kind of this big orange button. Anything that says add visit is going to add a visit for that household, and that will be added to your numbers. So we always want to go in and hit this view household info if you're just editing information. Now, if we have duplicate households, so you can see there's a lot of different Mickey Mouses here. Let's say that these two households here are actually duplicate households. We would go in and we would hit mark duplicate. I recommend hitting mark duplicate on both of them. And then for if you know that neighbor's accurate information, the best results that we can guarantee you is if you actually go into the neighbor record and add that information so that the records look the same. When duplicate management brings things in, it uses the computer to scan and see, okay, what percentage of this is the same as this? And if they're not similar enough, it won't actually bring them before me to look at them. So, what I would recommend you do is if you know the accurate information for the household, then I would update both households to have that information. So in this instance, we can see they both have different addresses and they have different household member names. So what we are going to go do here is we're going to copy this information. So Mick Mouse, that's fine. We don't have a birth date for them. We're gonna look for Minnie Mouse. Okay, so it looks like Minnie Mouse is a child on this record. No date of birth either. So we will add in to our Lancaster household. We're gonna go here and we're gonna add one child and we're gonna name that child Minnie Mouse so that the system now sees, okay, these records both have a child named Minnie Mouse. And we'll just make her 0 for now. Um, now we can see they both have two members of the household, so we're getting closer. Looks like this one has Mickey Mouse's birth date as 1/1/1985. And then we would need to change the addresses. So 439 East King Street is what we're looking for here. And 1/1/1985 is the birth date. Oop, accidentally clicked reserve for future visit. That's not what I meant to do. But let's put in 1/1/1985, and then let's update this address to be 439 East King Street in Lancaster. And now, I believe we should see. There we go. Both households are in here now. They both have two active members. They're both Minnie Mouse. And both date of births are marked as 1/1/1985, and both the addresses are the same. So this record has a very likely chance of getting pulled into duplicate management and actually getting merged. So my advice to you would be, if you find a duplicate record, mark them as duplicates. If you know the accurate information, go ahead and update that for both. If you don't know the accurate information for both of them, leave it as is. It may get pulled into duplicate management, and I may have to sort it out then. If it does not get pulled into duplicate management, and it's been a while, then I would go in and I would edit the household records so that they look almost identical. As so long as you know which is the accurate information. Um, that's probably the best way to get duplicates cleared. If you have one that for whatever reason is not getting pulled into that system. But that's about that. So thank you, and hope you have a good day. If you have any questions or comments, you can always email us at service insights on MealConnect at centralpafoodbank.org. Have a good one.